Okay, I'm back. Everything is sewn in, and this is how far we are at right now. All the pockets are sewn in, and of course if you don't have a sewing machine you can add a little bit of glue. Just don't use the double-sided glue tapes because they never dry up, and if you want to put something in the pocket, the glue might catch it and then you cannot, and then you have a hard time taking it out. So I'll do a quick flip through. Pages that are not so high, so this one might sit over here, and I will be moving things up and down when I'm ready to sew everything in. Pocket on the bottom. I love this paper. Pocket on both sides, along the bottom again. And I said I was not gonna do anything on this side, and in the end I decided to do little corner ones because that does not take as much space. And this is the last one. Now we're going to concentrate on making the cover, and for the cover I usually use 2 pieces of paper or cardstock. First of all, it's nice and sturdy, but if I want to do any collaging or stitching, I can hide the stitches between the layers, so I can work on each layer by themselves, and then when I'm done I can sew the layers together, and I will find some papers to go for the cover. Okay, finding a sturdy paper for your cover. Some of us have these paper pads. Some are paper, some are cardstock. This one is a heavy-duty cardstock. And so you could cut your cover out of here, but not everybody has pretty paper like that. Now here I have a very old book with wallpaper samples in it, and that has a sturdy feel to it too, so you could use 2 of these. The other thing you could use, this used to be a gift bag. It is pretty sturdy, so that's something you could use. And I have like paper bags. Some paper bags are sturdier than others, and you could embellish this with painting or stamping or collaging. Talking about collaging, I have a piece of paper here that I collaged all sorts of bits and pieces on. I might give this a paint wash of a certain color that I like to connect all the colors that are in here. I haven't gotten that far, so this could be used as a cover, and a regular piece of paper size like 8.5 by 11 or an A4 if you live in Europe and other places will be good enough to cover your book. Okay, so I'm back with my paper choices. This was a jelly print, and I'm probably going to use part of it. Don't like it as it is, so I've been thinking that I have this stamp. It's cheesecloth, and I'm going to do some stamping on here just to mute the colors down a little bit. So I'm using Colorbox mixed media ink, and I'll be dabbing this on. As always, I'm wandering out of frame. Okay, now this is not really black, although it says it's black on the pad. I'm just gonna go over here. Putting a stamp on another piece of paper has nothing to do with how much ink you put on, but also how long you let this sit for the ink to actually be grabbed by the paper. So it also matters how the paper grabs the ink. Okay, now I was thinking of going this way. There's plenty of room to go this way, and with a small ink pad like this, I can actually choose what I want inked and what not. Then I was thinking of using one of these. And one upside down in the other corner. I will be cutting this the height of my journal, and my journal was about 8 1/4, so I would want to cut this 8 1/2. All right. So I'll be lining this up with one of my lines here on my mat. My ruler is 6 inches, add 2 1/2, and here you have it. I might decide that I like this to be up. And I found cardstock that I coffee dyed or tea dyed, and this will be the inside. And I now have to figure out how much my width is going to be. And I want to extend my cover past the notebook. Give it some room, right? So I think... And now you can see that all the pages are not tied in yet together, but when they will be sewn over here, everything will be pushed against the spine, so then that will be fine. I'm just now concentrating on the first page of my journal. I think I'm gonna go here. I made a little mark with my nail, and I will cut this. And because I know this edge is straight, there. And I might use this, of course, for one of the pockets. Then I will cut this the same size. This ink is very slow drying because it is still wet. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this to dry and then I will come back.